Okay, so today we're going to show you how to wire up a ACE G10 1555 constant power emergency backup driver. Now the process will be the same for basically all constant power drivers, and it's very similar as well to the constant current emergency drivers. First thing you want to do is make sure you have your instructions. Each one of these comes with a set of instructions that you can follow. It's very basic, very straightforward. Step 3 is what we're going to be focusing on today, which is the wiring. The first step is to look at page 4 of the instructions and see which wiring diagram corresponds to you. This first one here, which is what we commonly refer to as the recommended diagram. It basically shows you how to use the solid black wire from the emergency driver. This basically acts as a switched line if you don't already have a switched leg to go to a switch if you're using a switch. If you're not using the switch, or if you already have a switch line, then you can just disregard this wire and you can leave it capped off and you don't have to worry about it. For this demonstration we are going to use the wire, so we're going to use this diagram as our reference. So we can go ahead and get started now. You see here is the battery connectors, these two set of white leads. In order to use the battery or charge the battery, you have to have these connected, so we'll go ahead and do that now. Just like so. Just snap. So once again, the yellow and black is the constant AC input, live AC input. So that's going to our live wire from our pigtail connector. There we go, just like that. Get the white and black out of the way. Now, since I am using a switch for this demonstration, I'll go ahead and connect that. So we have the black wire from our switch, which is the input, and the solid black wire with the wire nut will go to that. This is powering the switch now. And the red wire, or the output of the switch, whenever I turn it on, will go to the black wire, which is the hot AC input of my driver. So these will be tied together as well. There we are. And then all the neutrals get tied together, so all the whites will be connected together. So here's the neutral from the pigtail connector. There's the neutral from the emergency backup driver, and then the neutral from the LED driver. So there we go. That's all of the input. All the whites are going together. The black from our pigtail connector is going to the yellow and black wire, which is the constant live AC input. And then the solid black wire is going to our switch, which is then going to our driver. Because ours happen to have the same colors, it's basically just color matching. But once again, the positive output, DC output of the driver, goes to the red wire of the emergency backup, the solid red, and the negative goes to the solid blue. So what we're doing here is essentially feeding the output of the DC output of the regular LED driver into the backup and then back out again through the white striped lines. This is the only way that you can use both a regular LED driver and an emergency backup at the same time on one set of leads. This way, if anything happens, if the power gets cut off, it'll switch from the regular DC power to the emergency DC power and keep the fixture running for about an hour and a half. And the last step, now that we have that wired together, is to connect the red and blue with the white stripes to our LED load, which we're just using a testing jig for now. So once again, blue with the white stripe is negative. And red with the white stripe is positive. Just like so. So once your connections are all made, again, refer to the instructions if we ever get lost. But the next step is to make sure that you have all, double check all your connections according to the wiring diagram that you chose. Once that's all said and done and you've double checked everything, then you can apply power. So if this turns on, there we go. And right now the lights are turning on because the switch is turned off. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the switch on. And there we go, you can see the lights are turning on. Now if I press the switch, it'll switch over to emergency power. And there we go. If I let go, it'll go back to the regular LED driver. And you can also verify this by simply disconnecting the power. So if I disconnect this pigtail, and there we go. Now I do want to mention you want to let these charge for at least 24 hours in order to maintain normal functions. Sometimes you might not get an output if you press the test switch if they haven't been charged sufficiently. So once you install them, according to the instructions, you don't want to test them until you let them charge for at least 24 hours. And once again, verify that the indicator light is turned on. And after 24 hours, everything should be good to go.